I grew up poor as a kid, and I would still say I'm pretty poor, but not poor enough to get financial help. My parents were poor enough to get financial help. My mom refused to work when I was a kid, and my dad was a freelance writer, so his jobs weren't always secure, and he didn't always get paid a lot for his jobs. They ended up getting food stamps after I moved out, but when I was a kid, they were too prideful because they didn't believe in food stamps. I was also a part of scouting, and I wanted to go to summer camp, and they had options that they could help people out if they couldn't pay all the way. But my parents refused to ask them for help. I had to pay out of my own pocket from Christmas and birthday money from other family members. A lot of times we had to eat bad food as well, and it was like years expired food that we had to eat. I understand that not all the time when food is expired means it's bad, but a lot of times this food was genuinely bad food that should have been thrown away. No one should have been eating this food, but my mom would still make it, and we would still have to eat this food even though it was bad. When we went shopping, we had to get like a lot of marked down stuff, not stuff that was fresh, even though some of the stuff might have been the same price if it was fresh. I didn't realize how poor I was until I became a lot older. I think one of the reasons why I didn't notice it is because I was homeschooled, and you always compare yourself to other people. You're like, oh, I could be a lot worse. My parents would always talk about how we could lose the house in front of us, and they did borrow money from some of my grandparents. It was hard, and I think everybody should deserve to get help if they're not in a financially good situation. I don't feel like people should refuse help, especially if they have kids, if they could get help. And I think there needs to be a lot more help for people who are poor, because it's basically impossible to get out of poverty. I don't think a lot of people understand that. Just because you might have did it, you still had lucky situations. Not saying you didn't work hard, but you still have good situations that happen to you. Not everybody has the same opportunities as others, and I think it's important to understand that.